Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, January the 12th, 2022. Thursday, January the 12th, 2022. It was all right. It's okay. It wasn't that great an episode. Best part was, to me, the heartfelt between Billy and Chelsea, and I'll get to that a little bit later. We've got minor stuff going on. We've got Chloe talking to Sally, telling her she needs to really start thinking about her pregnancy, that it is real. And, although I was thinking, Chloe, she's not going to wake up tomorrow and Billy be like way out to here. Chloe, calm down. Like Sally's like, look, we have a very important presentation tomorrow. Let's just get through that. And Chloe's like, no, this pregnancy is going to tell the world. I'm thinking, not now, Chloe, no. So anyway, Chloe just needs something to obsess over. So she brought some prenatal vitamins because she told Sally, you need to start taking these right away. Now, Sally already told Chloe, I went to the doctor. Okay, I went to the doctor. Don't you think the doctor would have prescribed prenatal vitamins? I believe the doctor would have prescribed prenatal vitamins, but Chloe decided to bring her own Chloe brand. Hey, prenatal vitamins by Chloe. So anyway, Nick ends up coming over as he always does. Why does somebody always say, hey, sorry about popping over, or hey, I should have called? Well, you do it all the time. So you obviously don't feel you should have either called first or not just popped over. So anyway, Sally says, yes, she's hungry. She'll go out to dinner with them. And Chloe decides she's going to take the prenatals out of her purse because Sally's like, look, not now. She left them on the little um, coffee table by the sofa, but she turned them so you could see prenatal vitamins here. I thought, uh-oh, Nick's going to see them when he takes Sally back. Sally should say, you know what? Chloe thinks she's pregnant. Chloe thinks she's pregnant, right? But anyway, she would end up having to come clean with Nick anyway, so that wouldn't really work. But anyway, that was that. Their dinner was completely boring. I fast forwarded the whole thing. But I had to take a picture of this because Nick ends up, before he goes to Sally's, he was up at Noah's club talking to Noah. So Noah's point blank. So tell me, what is happening with you and Sally? I see I've got the little sun kind of, let me just take care of this real quick, everybody, because that would, but yeah, there we go. Much better, daily read. That was going to bug me the whole time. So, who is that guy? Who is that clink? When he sat down, I thought, who's playing Noah now? I forgot to say, the part of Noah Newman is temporarily being played by blah, blah, blah. Noah needs to keep his hair cut, okay? He looked so good. Yes, finally. Wow. Okay. I could almost see that man right there with Audra, almost. So anyway, I just had to take a picture of that because his conversation with Nick was completely boring anyway. It's like, ain't none of your business, Noah, what his relationship is with Sally. So we have what I just am beginning to not like. Every time Daniel sees Lily, she has to be the greatest at the expense of any and everyone else, right? See, I know you, Lily. No, you don't know her, Daniel. But can I give you some advice? Okay, well, I won't give blah, 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 right? So she told him what happened with Devon, and things might not be able to go as upscaled as they wanted to do with Daniel's product, but she's like, look, but I still am going to fight with everything I have to keep it going. But if they separate, they may not have the budget as grand scale as Daniel wanted to go, but my whole thing is, why wouldn't you? See, the Winters part of Chancellor Winters was the music division. Seriously. So Chancellor should be able to handle Daniel's project, you know. But anyway, Daniel was end up telling her, no, Devon is the one, because Lily's like, I feel like I've just failed at everything. Everything in my life is just gone, you know, and I just don't know, you know, what I'm going to do. He's like, no, Lily, no. You know, you're not alone. You haven't failed. It's Devon. Devon has failed everyone. And Lily's like, what do you mean he's failed everyone? By him, you know, he should be lucky to have you by his side. He this, he that. And I'm like, shut up. Can't even think of his name. Daniel, get out of here with your brilliant business mind. Lily does not have a brilliant business mind in her head. What are you talking about? She doesn't. Lily is passable at best. Passable. Okay, so no, Devon is the one tried and true. Tucker, yes, started him out with his Hamilton music, right? Gave Devon the resources for his music company and gave him a lot of, I think Tucker gave him some masters and kind of helped him. But Devon had to learn that from the bottom ground, not being a musician up. Devon had to learn that business. Tucker didn't come in and give him cookie cutter. I think he may have given him a music, already running music division, though. I really do. But Devon still had to learn, okay, what does a A&R owner, manager, director, got to search for new talent. He had to learn all that on his own. Tucker was never there to teach him the ropes. And Devon did very well with that business. It wasn't until years later that he and Neil went into business together. Years later, right? So Devon is the one with the business mind. As a matter of fact, Neil going into business with Devon was the first time that Neil ever went into business for himself. Neil always was in upper management, working other people's dreams in their companies. Devon was the only one stepping out as an entrepreneur on his own. Devon. So my whole thing is, Daniel, who, like he said, I truly tanked, was horrible, you know, horrible to my wife, horrible to my kid. Okay, Lily, if you were there seeing all that, what would you be saying about Daniel right now? Cain was never horrible to his kids. Daniel's not really telling you what he did, right? But he's telling you, oh, goodness, no wonder they don't want to speak to him. On his worst day, Cain's kids still wanted to speak to him, right? So you listening to somebody who's made a colossal wreck of his life trash your brother. With bottom line, how much of Lily's anger was dealing with the breakup of Billy? She was able to take all of that breakup, just sadness, and it's not really anger, but just sadness. And oh my God, I love this man, and now it's over. She was able to go unload all that on her brother. That's what she did. And now we're listening to somebody saying, you're right, you make me feel better. Thank you for being my friend. Please, Lily, I can't wait for her to have to do it all on her own, Daniel. So now you can see what a brilliant mind, brilliant business brain Lily Winters has. She doesn't. I'm not saying she's a horrible businesswoman. No, she and Billy were running Chancellor Industries for Jill, and Lily was the CEO. But Billy played an important part too. Okay, so now if she goes back to where she was by herself, how good is she going to do? Well, you can't. You can't run Chancellor Industries without having a support team. Now, see, that was just fictitious the way they had Jill continually run the company out of the country. Seriously. Jill ran Chancellor Industries not there for probably the last, 7, 8 years? It's been a long time since Jill has run that company. So who was she having do the day-to-day? Who was that person? Who was actually there in the office running Chancellor, reporting to Jill? Lily needs that person to be her second in command. That's what needs to happen. But you see, I don't know, whatever. We're not supposed to have business minds and start thinking that way. But okay, right? I was just saying, okay, Daniel and Lily, it's gonna take a minute for that relationship to turn into something else, because Lily truly is not thinking that way about Daniel. Lily is trying to deal with the breakup of Billy. Lily is also saying, you keep going the way you're going, and Heather and Lucy are going to see you. They're going to appreciate, right now she's still bringing up the fact that the man is married with a kid. But in another few months, with them late nights together, dinners together, leaning on each other, hugging each other, all that, then it will turn into something else just naturally. And I said months, I don't know. Months in soap opera land is Valentine's, because that's coming up, right? By about Valentine's Day, maybe Daniel and Lily will have a little something going on, unfortunately, because to me, they're not a good match. They were cute when they were 16, but I just don't, nope, I don't see it, right? So then we have, let's see, what else do we have? We have Chelsea and Billy. Oh, I felt for that. That was a deep, intense conversation. And for Billy to finally open up about that night, he's still having nightmares. Someone in Comment Corner, we all agreed on this. Billy needs to go to counseling. He's suffering from PTSD there. Nobody's dealing with Billy, what he's going through. But when she saw him yell his name, lay and sleep on the couch and jump up, and she's like, Billy. And he wanted to say, oh, I don't know. She goes, you were having a nightmare. What was it about? Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, he remembered. And so he finally broke down and told her, because she said, I've wanted to ask you, but I didn't know how to bring up the subject as to how did you feel about that night? How has it affected you? And he goes, no, I don't want to, burden you with this. I don't want to, but he finally did. And he's tearing up, and he is, oh my goodness, I kind of got a little teary-eyed behind that, because what he finally said, he says, it was Delia all over again. And I said, oh no. Because look, I will never, ever forget the episode where Delia died. Of course, it was Billy Miller playing Billy, who in my opinion, is the best Billy. But anyway, and when they let that little girl die, oh my God. And Billy spiraled after that. He just was not the same, right? And he said, I was helpless to save my daughter. Helpless. And he says, and I was so afraid, for one, I didn't know if I was going to say the right thing. I didn't know if I was going to react the right way. I didn't know if I was going to be able to save you. He says, but if I hadn't, Chelsea, if I hadn't been able to save you, if I would have got there too late, I don't know what I would be today. I don't know if I could have handled that. So with Chelsea, he told her, he goes, I felt like with you, I get to do a do-over. I get to save you. I get to do the right thing. I get to be there, you know. And I thought, oh man, that's deep. That is truly deep about his feelings. Wow. Good talk. I mean, good scene. Good scene between the two of them. They did such a good job exploring that and talking about it. And whew, boy, that's a little deep, right? Everybody, a little deep. So there's nothing else I could say about that. It's just, to me, that soap opera scene was a absolutely true human emotion reality scene. That was just, wow, made me kind of be in Billy's place, because most of us were there when he lost his daughter, and after, and what he went through, and how he's still floundering through life still. But now, mind you, he was floundering through life before he lost Delia, but we won't talk about that because he's still Billy Abbott. But anyway, wow. So that was it for the Young and the Restless as far as I'm concerned. Let's go to Comment Corner, Comment Corner. Libby, as always, subscribe. Thank you, Libby. It says, they must have a new hairdresser on the show. Those are some fine hairstyles for everybody. Woo, and fine haircuts, right? Noah Newman. He said, Libby, you were Libby. Lily lost her dang mind. I think Chelsea will be strong enough to know now that her desire for Billy was her way of escaping. If Billy makes a move towards her, I think she will resist. I think Billy will now be the one on a downward spiral. Yeah, he could be. I don't know. After today's talk, I don't know. I think it was a healing talk today. I don't think he'll be on a downward spiral. And then we have QOT. Thank you for the quote of the day. This is it's a visual when you muttered, thank you. Ugh then did the thumbs up at Chance for going for that. You mean Sharon? Yeah. Or going after that. You mean Abby? Monique says Lily needs to brush on business 101. She needs to realize that by taking the public, it's a free for all. Everyone can make plays for the company. And the last thing you want is an outsider having partial or any control over your company. Exactly. And then IKR. Now, Libby, if you wouldn't have put, I know right, I never ever would have known what IKR means. Come on now, Libby. But thank you for the heads up. She's lost her dang mind. That's what Libby said about Lily. Well, it's Lily and Jill. Monique says, I just wish that we saw the therapy session between Billy and Lily. Victor may need therapy as to why he needs to control every aspect of his children's lives, and how independence for his kids is a betrayal for him. I know Victor has a problem, and he always has had a problem. Right now, there's nothing for him to devise a plan against. There's nothing for him to cover up right now. So he's got to dig up stuff in his kid's life. He just does. He really does. I mean, Connor could be coming to visit on a regular basis, and Victor would say, listen, Adam, I'm not liking the fact that the boy has been wearing Old Navy clothes. Old Navy. Adam, he's a Newman. We're Abercrombie Finch. Okay. Let's get him some Calvin Klein. I don't want to see my grandson in Old Navy. Okay. I may have to take him away from you if you continue to dress the boy in this manner. Victor needs the medal. He does. Victor Victor Newman has to find something. I mean, good God Almighty. It used to be Nikki was my baby. Now it's my baby, oh baby, her baby, baby. My baby, my baby, my baby. I mean, shut up. You're a grown old man. She even kind of chuckled in society because she's probably thinking, well, that was like 3 my babies too many. So anyway, everybody, look, that's it for for today's episode of The Young and the Restless. I will be back tomorrow for tomorrow's daily recap of The Young and the Restless.